and also some of the difficulties which they will have during the day, for example, understanding the foreign languages.
Discussing with people I've never met before in different languages. It's great.
When they respect the people and they tell them everything that is going on.
Io sono vegetariana. Perché? Perché non mangio. Non mangio. Non mangio. Non mangio. Non mangio. La carne. La carne. 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 Okay.
And what is the special theme that you're talking about?
Democracy and citizenship, and basically finding some points that everybody agrees on, obviously, because this is democracy.
Some Swedish students were asked for their impressions of Euroscholar.
Känner ni att ni vet mer och mer nu än innan? Kanske det vet mer än så, men man vet inte hur det ser ut och hur röstning funkar och lite så.
Why the reluctance to engage in politics? What do young people think of their politicians? Have young people no confidence, no knowledge or no interest?
I think statistically, young people are the least likely group to vote. And that's why there's a link between why councils, for instance, the first cut to go are youth services, because they think they don't really matter because they're not going to vote and they don't get involved.
Maybe in the past not as many 18-year-olds would have voted, but I think especially now that the uni tuition fees have been raised, a lot more 18-year-olds will have voted than they usually do because they've realised it is directly impacting upon them, and it was shown by the riots, how many people turned up to the riots, that obviously a lot of people are now taking an interest in politics and government.
We used to have a thing in England where if your family was quite poor, they paid you if you carried on in education after 16, but the new government got rid of it, so perhaps they should think of reintroducing that.
We have the right to education, but many primary school there isn't enough money to buy what the student need to get a good education. For example, in our school we need more computers.
I don't think schools is really a matter of a national matter, not so much a European matter.
Brazil has free education at all levels, including public universities, which, when in comparison with the supposedly most advanced countries around the world, such as the United Kingdom and the United States of America, with their astronomical prices, just shows that some countries are attempting to reach the rights a little bit more successfully than other countries.
Eleanor Roosevelt, the architect of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, addressed the United Nations in 1952.
Where, after all, do human rights begin? In small places, close to home? So small and so close that they cannot be seen on any maps of the world. Yet, they are the individual world of that person. The neighbourhood he or she lives in. The school or college he or she attends. The factory, farm, or office where he or she works. Unless these rights have meaning there, they have little meaning anywhere.
And human rights are something which exist or should exist in every single country. They're universal, they're basic, everybody should follow them. And then there are democratic rights, which you've been looking at. And this depends a bit, I think, on the country. And among other things, I think it depends a bit whether the country is a country that is developed or not developed. Whether it has a good deal of money, whether it's a rather rich country, or whether it isn't.
People think that here in Strasbourg and Brussels, Commission is something that is not quite democratic, and so why they should care about democracy and citizenship when they are not able to express themselves through them.
The Italian politicians aren't doing their job. They are destroying our nation.
I agree, because politicians are there only for